Hi guys, can you hear me? You can unmute yourself and then check if you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. So we're gonna be starting in a minute. We're just gonna wait for people to get here. Ah, sorry, hold on.
I'm joining you what the school is.
You're joining where? Can we all see my screen? Can we all see my screen? Let me know where you're joining from.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can see your screen, sir.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a minute to.
Excellence, I'm joining from Ghana, Volta region. Ho.
Hi, how you doing? I'm good. I'm
Good.
fine. Nice to have you here. Joining from
Nice to have
Ghana.
you too.
Yeah. So okay. Um. ah, okay. So we're just gonna give like 10 minutes for people to join. Already share the group link. So mute your microphone so that it won't distract other people that would be joining. You know.
C'est dans ma galère qu'elle a gone, tout m'a quitté, oh. C'est dans ma galère qu'elle a gone, tout m'a quitté, oh. C'est dans ma galère qu'elle a gone, tout m'a quitté, oh. C'est dans ma galère qu'elle a gone, tout m'a quitté, oh. Quand j'avais un peu, oh. Matin, midi, soir, on était ensemble, oh. À la rue Princesse, oh. Au milieu maquis, oh. À salle, faut payer les poulets, oh. L'argent est fini, en tout a changé de côté, oh. Waribana, elle a changé de côté, oh. Nangere, nangere, wa. 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 Nangere, nangere, wa.
See the money they day for you, baby. Oh. Come on, you they call on my name, I go call on you, baby. Oh. Come on. Energy, big energy, baby, big energy. Give me ginger, no show me mercy. Come love on me, girl, I'm ready. Big ways and I know me, you know. Diamonds on me, you shot, no. Two girls on me, we come for the fun. Money day for me, day for the ball. I'm on go. Give me your body so. I'm on sexy lady so go. When you there on top. No many things for your fine body. When I need love, I go call on you. Sisi Pelebe, come make we dance. Would you?
I like a tunju on the tummy on. I love what you do, you know I'm on a mission. I know your body, oh bad girl, cause it's confusion. Oh, then my baby really oh, condition. I can't get enough. If you give me joy, it's so very cold. Get I'm in love. I'm really skinny tall, why you don't pay on? I want to propose it. Or over the moon, I'm really only putting something good. One more time, no day.
I deserve the love, you know, so mommy. I'm all the feel I'm jara. When you don't, they want me, I'm just bomb me. I'm all I go pull up jara. I'm all done, they take what things you want. I'm on the one go as now. I just want you tonight.
I can't get enough. If you give me joy, it's so very cold. I'm really skinny tall, but you don't pay on. I want to propose it. Or over the moon, I'm really only putting something good, baby. One more time, no day. Like a tunju on the tummy on. I love what you do, you know I'm on a mission. I know your body, oh bad girl, cause it's confusion. But then my family really oh, what condition.
Okay. All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Can you all hear me? Good evening, everybody.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes,
Evening.
guys.
Good evening. This is SMO. My name is Obi, and I'm joining from Nigeria. So in the chat box, tell us where you're joining from. Everyone, tell us where you're joining from. This is going to be an amazing class. You're welcome to the High Income Skill Master class. To get the best session out of today, you need to check that you have enough data on your phone. No, guys, check that you have enough data on your phone. Get a notebook because the recording will not be available. Where are you joining from in Nigeria, in Ghana, wherever you are? Where are you joining from? I'm joining from Ibadan, Nigeria. Find a quiet place to stay. Don't get distracted. And also share the links to your friends on your status, so that people can join in and benefit from it everywhere. So share the link on your status. Invite links so that others can join in. It's going to be an amazing session. Tell us where you're joining from. I'm gonna have fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna enjoy every single part of this, sharing knowledge to you all. Right? Hold on. Why is my face green? Can we all see me? Can we all see me? I know my face is green though.
No, sir.
My face is green. I don't know whether it's my camera that is doing that. I know my face is green though. Okay, I think this is the problem. Okay, you know what? Let me shut this off first. And start afresh. Yeah. Can you all see me? Yeah, this is SMO, and today I'll be joining in from Nigeria. It's going to be an amazing session. Invite your friends, invite the people you care about, invite people that want to learn. It's going to be a really interesting, session, and I'm going to enjoy it, right? So, hold on. Let me be sure that you all can see me. Okay. So today we are talking about the High Income Skill Masterclass. It's free, so you can invite anybody, like I said. Today we're going to be talking about strategic growth strategies on how to upgrade yourself and scale your career. At the end of this class, you will learn how to position for the right kind of jobs, how to build your personal brand, how to enter into rooms of influence and opportunities, how to build your own community, and then you understand the art of selling your skill. I know a lot of people are like, SMO, and now why am I doing this class? Let me say something. Why am I doing this webinar or class, wherever you're watching from? I'm doing this because there's been a lot of people who have reached out to me and say, oh, we see that you're always building stuff. You're always doing something with your AI skills. You're doing something with your web design, product design skills. How are you able to always have jobs? How are you able to always have something to do? And the whole thing is the same, right? Because I know how to position myself, and that's what I'm going to be sharing today. For those of you who don't know me, you probably got the link from your friends. My name is Salesman Obi, and I've been doing sales, marketing, web design, product design for the last 11 years. And it's been an amazing journey. So I'm qualified to actually teach you. I've helped raise a couple of people in this country or in this business who have gone ahead to build their own businesses, who have become millionaires. I've been able to train over 5,000 people in sales and marketing and over 100 in web design. So today we're going to be learning a lot. So I'm just going to be dishing out my knowledge for you all to take advantage. All right. So yeah, so let me introduce myself again. I'm Nnamdi Obi, a sales marketing expert, consultant, and founder. But beyond the titles, I'm someone who believes that everyone can create value that the world rewards. My work focuses on helping people build systems around their skills, not just to make money, but to create impact. Hold on. Thank you. So I have a couple of skills that do well for me: product design, web design, sales or marketing, graphics design, and copywriting. These are like my core skills that always have a way of bringing money to me. So, all right. So let's get into the class for today. right? I've trained professionals, of course. Tonight, I want to help you see how to go from potential to performance by mastering high income skills, positioning yourself strategically, and learning how to sell what you do with confidence. All right. So I'm going to be speaking about a lot of things, right? So first thing we want to do is want to define what a high income skill is. A high income skill is any skill that allows you to create and capture high value, that the kind of businesses or individuals who are willing to pay premium rates. So anytime you're doing a high income skill, you're expected to pay premium rates. Now, I'm a web designer, right? I'm going to be using a lot of my web design conversations for this class. I'm a web designer, yeah? And one of the things that you can always separate from my work with everybody's work is that it doesn't cost the same. The service is also not the same. So you can differentiate me from a regular web designer. I remember having an argument with a guy on Twitter about pricing, about how to position yourself in the market, about choosing your market type, and he said, oh, I'm a web designer. Products don't always have to be affordable. If it's not affordable, then you don't have a business. And I'm like, no, you can actually position yourself. Now he charges 100,000 for website. I charge 500 to 800,000, sometimes to 1.5 million for a website. And it doesn't matter what platform you want to build on. I have been able to build my business in such a way that it can accommodate that. I don't know if I have any member of my staff here that has worked with me before. Can confirm that. Okay, so it's a skill that earns you up to $1,000 to $10,000 every month or every year. $10,000 is a lot of money. 60 million naira a year. You can be earning that in a month. If realistically, yes, you can, depending on the type of work that you're doing, depending on how you choose your clients. Right. Okay, so a high income skill creates a pipeline or cash flow for you to be able to run a business. Now, let me explain. When we start going out to get skills, make money, you start hearing things like, oh, you need to invest. I always tell people that I think is a very, for lack of better words, I don't think it's a very wise thing as somebody who is starting to start thinking of money to invest. Investment money is built over time. It's built over time. It's money that, okay, you have earned. It's like an excess, and then you put it into something to bring back for you, right? What people often mistake for investment is what we call a business. A business is the one you put money, it brings back, you keep putting, it brings back. But if you're doing investment, most of the time, the investment isn't even for you. It's either for emergencies, it's for, your children, it's something that you leave for the future, right? So now, when people ask me, so SMO, how do I make money? And I said, look, you have to understand that we have something we call the wealth triangle. There's what we call the wealth triangle, and I've demonstrated it here. It starts from here. You need a high income skill. You need a skill that brings in money for you. It can be through your job. That skill will get you a job. Get you a job that pays you $1,500 a month, $600 a month, $200 a month, whatever. You're in Nigeria, you're in Ghana, wherever. You need that high income skill as a form of cash flow, right? That cash flow goes into the business. Do you understand? It goes into the business and it still helps you survive. So what we have in Nigeria is that when people start business, let me not say Nigeria, what mistakes people make is that when they start a business, they want that business to feed them. They want the business to take care of their personal lives. They want the business to be able to transform their lives. And they also want the business to be able to grow the business, which doesn't even make any sense because you're already eating your profit. Like you put 100,000 into a business, you make 150 and you eat the entire 50,000 and you are stuck. It's the reason why you have Mama Nkechi who opened provision store and has not moved, has not grown till 20 years later. Her children come and join her in the shop and they are selling and the cycle keeps repeating. It's not because they're doing something completely bad. It's just because they don't understand the wealth triangle. If you look at people who have built businesses, you see that some of them started with jobs that were paying them serious money, paying them 1, 2, 3 million a month, and they were putting it into a business. Because for a business needs a certain amount of money to be able to kickstart, to be able to start properly, start well. Because if you're not able to start well, what happens when you don't get clients? I'll tell you from experience, you will shut down. What happens when you don't get clients? What happens when clients are delaying your payments? Would the business keep running? Will operations keep running? What happens when you have issues with product delivery, logistics, you have to refund money and all of that? Your business will die quick. But if you have a high income skill, something you can always do that keeps money coming in for you to be able to build your business, and then when the business starts making a lot of money, you now start putting it into investment. Do we get this? Do we get this? I want to see your comments in the comment section. Do we get this? Do we understand? So you do not use your business money to grow your business. You use your high income skills money, your income, to grow your business. You use that income to take care of your personal life. You use the income to do the things that you want to do, buy shoes, buy clothes, and then take a part of it and put into your savings, or take a part of it and put into the business. And then when your business is doing, maybe after a business year, your business did 100 million in revenue and 30 million in profit, or 40 million in profit, you can easily take out 15 million and buy land. You can easily take out 15 million and put in treasury bills. You can easily take out 25 million and put in mutual funds. You know, I just laugh sometimes. You know, people say, oh, start with your 10,000, which is amazing, right? But you will not be able to do so much. That's my opinion, right? It's not, I mean, every other investment, I'm not an investment officer, so I cannot tell you anything about investment. But I know that if you're able to have an income skill that is doing well, you'll be able to have a good cash flow for you to be able to build your business. So from today, if you're asking, SMO, how do I start business? My first question is, do you have a high income skill? When somebody tells you they want to start a business, ask them, do you have a high income skill that can fund this business up until you stand on your feet? Those that are always shouting, I want to invest, I want to, that's how they should scam us. They put 200,000, you say, give me 200,000, I give 500,000. That's criminal offensive. It's a criminal offense. Don't give anybody money. Get a high income skill, learn how to build your business, and have a high return investment. I hope we all got that. Now, why do you need a high income skill? The job market is shifting, right? If you look at the talent abroad, everywhere, if you're applying for many things, the job market is shifting. Certificates alone do not guarantee income. Your certificates alone do not guarantee that you would have income. Sorry, please hold on. All right. So I said the job market is shifting. Certificates alone cannot guarantee any form of income, or cannot guarantee income as usual. You need a high income skill. So you apply for jobs. The jobs might not even be able to give you the money that you need, and the control and the flexibility and the leverage. You need something more than employment. Especially in Nigeria today, you need to be able to do something that will help you live a life where you're not going to go crazy, right? It's your bridge from struggle to stability. Your high income skill gives you that time. For example, I've worked 9 to 5 before. It's an amazing experience. I will never speak. I love 9 to 5 gives you structure. But when you have a high income skill, you can also work on your time. In fact, you can even add it to your 9 to 5. Your 9 to 5 is paying you 150K, and you're getting jobs from your high income skill that's paying you 300 for a single project. In a month, you can be doing 500, 800 a month from your high income skill. So it gives you that level of flexibility, takes you from dependence to influence. You need a market entry point. There are jobs you might not be able to get if you're just applying with your school certificate. You'll have to start as an intern. You have to start from scratch. You have to start and grow like that. I was telling a friend of mine that I've never really had to apply for a job with a CV, because my high income skill is always my entry point. When I get on a call, when I get on an interview, I offer solutions, and they're like, okay, we need you on this team, come on board. And we're able to make progress, right? So it's like an entry point for you. Whether you want to be a consultant, whether you want to be a web designer, product designer, your work will always be an entry point for you. See people who are posting their work on their Twitter, on their Instagram, and then people reach out to them. That's an entry point. Some of them get jobs in companies. I myself, just from my Instagram alone, I've been able to work with tech companies across Nigeria, USA, Singapore, Canada, without having to apply or run any ads, just by showing my work. It's like an entry point to be able to do stuff globally, right? So Why do you need okay, so we're going to talk about motivation. Now, when you want to start doing a high income skill, one of the mistakes people make is saying, FMO, I need something that will motivate me. You don't need motivation, you need discipline, right? Motivation gets you started and it's just temporary, right? It's not something, it's emotional. You will not get far if you're depending on motivation. I do not advise anybody to start anything with motivation because there are things that will beat your motivation. There are things that are actively going to kill your motivation. You need discipline. Discipline keeps you consistent. For those of you who have been following me, I'm on day 18 of my 100 days business challenge, right? It has not been easy sitting down every single day, writing scripts, creating content, editing that content, uploading it on different platforms every single day. It is discipline that keeps you consistent. It is structured and intentional. Success in any skill requires discipline. You have to show up even when you do not feel like it. You have to show up even when you do not feel like it. All right, so now let's get into more serious work. When I speak with people about how to earn from their high income skill, how to grow their career, my first response is you need to fix your perception. I tell this to anybody who cares to listen. Life is in 3 forms, right? Who's this? Please don't draw anything or don't annotate anything on my platform. Thank you. Who's this? Sorry. Thank you very much, Kevin. All right. So when I talk to people, I tell people life, we view life. God gave us 3 levels of perception, which is choices, consequences, right? So you have logic, you have logic, 3 levels of perception. You have discernment, logic, and emotions. When you are doing something, one of the things I will ask you to fix in your business is to use a lot of logic. When people want to start a skill, when people want to start, want to start a business, the first thing they are looking at is who is doing it, who is making money from it. I feel like I want to do this thing. I feel like this thing is calling me. I have passion for this thing. Or some people would discourage themselves by saying everybody is doing it. But that's not true. That's not true. You need to be able to fix your perception so that you can make the right choices and get the best experience. So first thing you need to do is understand that anytime we talk about skills, earning money, job, whatever, it is solutions versus problems. Solutions versus problems. Life only responds to you if you are a solution to problem. Resources will respond to you if you are a solution to problem. It is not about you. It is not about the country. For those of us who have been screaming, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is this. Nigeria has over 49 million businesses. That means there are 49 million people you can position yourself to serve every single day who are ready to pay for your stuff. Somebody like me, I stopped seeing things as I'm suffering. I saw a quote somewhere where someone says, life is happening through you and not to you. So you are the one who decides what's happened to you every single day. So you need to fix your perception. It is solutions versus problems. The industry that you are in, or the thing that you say you have interest in, what have you done to get results? What have you done to solve problems in that industry? What have you done to say, okay, I like hairs, for instance. As a lady, what have you done to solve problem in the hair industry? Have you started helping people import hairs? Have you started helping people identify good, both original and fake hairs? People pay serious money for that. Have you started helping people revamp hairs? Have you also started helping people package their hairs? For those of you who are doing branding, you can choose a segment and solve a problem. There are so many problems you can solve in any industry at all. It doesn't matter what you sell. Me, I always used to say that if somebody can sell dental floss to replace toothpick, they can sell anything. You can sell anything. You can view problem and sell it. You can change the narrative, but it first starts with you looking and say, okay, there's a problem here, and I want to solve this particular problem. I want to show you guys something. Just give me a minute, right? When it comes to looking at solutions versus problems, I want to show you something. There's a lady I met in 2023 who runs an Ashoke business, right? And she runs, I say Ashoke, she runs a, what do you call, renewable products business, right? And let me show you. So this is her website, Planetary R. Now they combine pure water nylon with, I'm coming, let me see, projects. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we
Okay,
can.
thank you. Now, can anybody here tell me what this is? I know some of you will know because you've attended some of my classes before. Can you guys tell me what this is before I explain? Anybody in the comment section? You probably win some money. Can you tell me what this is? Anyone? What you think is made of? You can type it in the comment section. Anybody who gets the correct answer, send me your answer. I'll send you 1,000 naira for winning in my class. Anyone, try and guess. I'm trying to help you see that there's problem and there is solution. Thank you very much, Shewun the RDS. Now, what she does is she combines pure water nylon with ashoke, and then she makes them together, use them for bags, use them for tablecloths, use them for shoes, and she sells. Now, this lady has done over 100,000 pounds in grants. People have given her grants. Look at this bag, very beautiful, right? And now when she was telling her story to us, she was saying that she was about to leave Nigeria, like every other Nigerian is trying to japa. She was trying to leave Nigeria, and Nigerians, what do you call it? The person that she gave her visa, whatever, procurement and all of that, scammed her. And then she came back to Nigeria and she was like, she was really, really pained. Right? And then pure water nylon used to pile up in front of her house. And she's like, what will I use this thing for? And it just occurred to her that, okay, you know what? Maybe I can wash all these things and use them to combine. Let me see if people would like it. And it blew up. That's somebody who has sat down and said, you know what? I'm tired of saying there's nothing working in my country. I have to make something work. And the funny thing is that she can travel to anywhere she wants to now. She can afford it. She has the access. In fact, people are calling her to come to their country to come and show stuff like this. That is when you change your mindset from problems to solutions. This is what you get. This is what you get. Next thing I want to talk about is the fact that I do not believe that market is saturated, especially when it comes to skills. As there are people leaving the market, there are people entering the market. There are people who are leaving the market. There are people who will always be entering into a market. For example, I'm a product designer. I remember in 2021 or 2020, 2019, 2020, every single person I know was learning product design. But some people left product design and started doing motion design inside product design. Some people focused on writing inside product design. And when there are many, many niches and segments that people fall into. So when they say go and learn product design, don't say, oh, everybody is doing it. The question is, what part are you doing? The part that you're doing, how many people are doing. That's how you take advantage. If they say go and sell, who are you selling to? Are you going to be saying that everybody is selling? What are you going to be selling? You can be selling salt, you can be selling gari, you can be selling food, you can be selling clothes, you can be selling houses, you can be selling gadgets, you can be selling laptops. You cannot say that everyone is selling. If you enter a market, a broad market, a mass market, or a niche market, whatever market you enter, for those of you who don't understand what I mean, a mass market is the prices are low, there are many people in the market, like food, for instance, is a mass market. Prices are low, everybody's coming into that market to purchase, right? But you have something like the broad market is a little bit niched, you know, to a certain class of people who own restaurants and all of that. The prices are a little bit high. But niche market, for somebody like me who's a sales coach or a consultant, I might not be charging 100,000 for consultancy. Like I'm charging like 3 million for a consultant because I am doing a specific thing. So when we're talking about markets, when you enter into a certain market, enter into a certain skill, the first question you have to ask yourself is, well, is this market saturated? The answer is always no. What market, what niche inside this market do I want to play in? Whatever it is you do. There are people who do hairs, their job is wholesale. There are people who do hairs, their job is logistics. There are people who do hairs, their job is design, packaging. Inside the same packaging, there are people who do the design, there are people who do the manufacturing. There's always a market for you. There's always a market for you. Most times it's because people do not do the work of research. They don't want to research. They don't want to go further and check out how they'll be able to do stuff. So they just conclude in their mind that everybody is doing it. But that's not true. So from today, if you are going out, tell yourself, everybody's not doing it. I need to figure out what part of this market I want to play in. I want to be a superpower in. Do you understand that? Now, money responds to value. There are only two ways you can get money in this life that are legal. Number one is through favor. Number two is through offering value. Unless somebody, when I mean favor, for those of you who are Christians, is when somebody meets you and dashes you money, right? That's one way. The second way is that you are a solution provider. You're offering value. You're helping somebody. Value exchange is how you make money. You do not make money by sitting down and waiting for people to find you. You do not make money by assuming that you will see money on the road. You make money strictly by value exchange. So whenever you are broke, your first response to not having cash shouldn't be, oh, I'm broke. Nigeria is tough. Nigeria is this. Things are hard. Things are tough. The first thing is, what value do I have to offer that people are willing to pay? People are willing to pay me for it. That should be your response. Your response shouldn't be complain. It should be providing value. Now, positioning is all it takes for you to succeed in a certain market. Do you understand that? Positioning is all it takes for you to succeed in a certain market. You cannot succeed if you have not positioned yourself well. Once upon a time in my life, I used to build websites for 50,000 naira because I didn't have the right tools. I built very basic website. I didn't understand how to integrate different things into a website that will bring it to life. So I'll charge 50,000, do domain hosting, compile, do color. Clients will be satisfied. Some clients who are not aware, because I can't even attract people who want amazing stuff. With my price, I will attract people who just want www.whatever.com that they can access, and then people can do stuff on their website. Not really like authentic guys, because my pricing will also attract a certain type of people and, chase a certain type of people. I wasn't getting what I wanted, right? Even the way I onboard my clients, every conversation was through WhatsApp. We don't talk. There are no documents signed. Sometimes I will have issues with the clients. The clients will say, I want all my money. I don't care how much you bought your domain and hosting. I want all my money back. I didn't have a process. I didn't have an onboarding process. I didn't have a policy that protects me, protects the client, protects the work. So I wasn't going to be getting serious people. But the moment I fixed my strategy, I fixed the way I even get the clients. The strategy I used to, there's what we call qualification. The way I used to qualify a client to become my client. It's not every client that's your client. You cannot be my client unless you answer certain questions to know if I'm even fit to work with you. Because there are things that I'll give you an example. I worked with a client 2023, 2024, and this client frustrated my life. Now, let me explain. I'll tell you to do something as a consultant, and you tell me this is not what I want to do. And I'm telling you that if you want to make money, you have to be able to spend like this. You have to be able to write and speak in a certain way. You have to be able to do this. You have to be able to do that. They say, no, this is how I've always done it. I'm like, why are you now wasting money on me? Why are you wasting on me? The moment I realized that, okay, how did I get these clients? I got these clients by just having a conversation. They saw me, they liked me, and they say, oh, can you help me? And I just opted in. There was no verification strategy. But when I now said, okay, you know what's going to happen? We're going to qualify these clients. I sent out a document and the client filled it, and the client was not my ideal client. I sent that document to a couple of other people, and some of them fit into it, and we were able to make progress. There's a client of mine that this is our November, we'll make it 1 year working together as their consultant, because I was able to qualify them through a certain process. It's all about positioning. And trust me, they pay like 7 figures because of the way I position myself. Some of you, when you want to close high-ticket clients, you'll be saying, good afternoon, sir. Should I send you the account number now? That's crazy because you don't understand systems in business. A business will require you to send an invoice, send an email, send an NDA, send a service level agreement. You don't even have conversations on WhatsApp. Everything happens over email. Sometimes you even need to understand the bureaucracy that happens in companies, the systems where the permissions need to pass through, permissions need to pass through for you to close a certain client, the proposals you need to send. You don't have all these things and you want to close a client for 1 million. It's comedy. It's just pure comedy. So you need to have all these things in place so that you are able to attract the right kind of people. That's how you position yourself. When I send somebody a message on WhatsApp to buy something, and then The first question they ask me is, who sent you my number? Or who is this? Or they send an away message. They now message me around, they now text me around 2 a.m. in the night that, what do you want? It's very funny. You don't, what you are telling yourself is that you are acting like a hustler. You're acting like somebody. Now, I'm not saying don't respond to your client on time, but there are things, you can't be calling me at 2 a.m. to sell a product to me where something's not wrong with you. There are working hours. You can book a time. This is how you do business. This is how you position yourself. Is it easy at first? No. But over time, you build that system that drives the results you are looking for. And then you can start from somewhere. You can start from anywhere. You need to fix your perception. You are not helpless. You are not a victim. You are not suffering from Nigeria's problems. When people say Nigeria happened to them, I always say Nigeria is not a piece of land. Nigeria is people, the collective people making decisions every day to be the same way. You now have to make a decision to be different. So if I'm going to learn something today, if I'm going to get a high income skill, I can start from somewhere. I will never make an excuse for myself. I'll give you just a small snippet of when I was starting. See, today, it's been over 8 years, right? Today, I build websites for big companies in Nigeria, Canada. It's amazing. It's sweet. I design my flyer for this entire event. I designed it, right? I put it out there. I create my videos. I edit my videos myself. I do my thing. Now, somebody will say, how did I get there? As far back as 2018, when I was going to learn design, right? Where I used to live, for some of you in Ibadan, I would feel shy saying, for some of you in Ibadan, you guys know where Molete is. Molete is now fine. That's where they call any grammar in Molete. If you are from Ibadan, you will know that place. There is no light. There's no light. And I had a very crazy ass laptop. My laptop did not have hinges. So you have to place the head on the wall to be able to use the laptop. But it was not an excuse because the position that I was in at that time required me to move. It required me to change. I was tired of excuses. I knew nobody was going to come and save me. I was tired of complaining. I was tired of blaming Nigeria for every single thing. I started to take charge. I started scouting the streets and I found a Bet Nigeria guy shop. When I came in, I saw people charging phone. I said, if people can charge phone, I can plug my laptop and work. And I started coming there every single day. It got to a level, me and the guy started opening his shop together. So I'll make sure I have my bath. Like I'm actually going to a job, right? I'll have my bath. I'll dress up well. I'll wear my slippers, whatever it is I was wearing as footwear as at that point of time in my life, carry my half-baked laptop and get there. And I was practicing how to design on Canva every single day. I'll be watching YouTube videos on how to import. Then importation was not a big thing in Nigeria. I'll be watching YouTube videos on how to get products, source products on 1688 and all of that. I was using a BlackBerry Q10. If you use a BlackBerry Q10, you know that the WhatsApp is different. You cannot post status the normal way. You have to send text to yourself and then post a status. So you have to forward it to your status. So even life was just hard, but I told myself, I will get out of this place. With time, from posting myself, somebody said, how much do you do logo? I said 3,000 naira. He said, okay, I sent you money. I'll rough up something in Canva. Canva had many stuff there, so it blew my mind. I'll rough up something on Canva. I will put it out there. And the person will say, thank you very much. I like the logo. Some of them have not even changed their logo. Very nonsense logos that I did there. They've not changed their logo up to today because they like it, right? And they'll pay me. Before I know what's happening, somebody say, I have found this importation stuff. You did do them? I said, yes, I did do them. I did do them. Okay, come and teach me. I remember this was in December 2018. One of my friends, if he's watching this anytime in the future, God bless him. His name is Nathaniel. He asked me, how much will you charge? With all the fear and courage in me, I typed 23,000 naira. In 2018, how much was that? $10 was around 280. So that was like $100 or maybe $80. I said 23,000. It's like, oh yeah, now we'll be sending your account number. See, when they say your life transformed, my life transformed because I felt like I'd hit him block money. He said 23,000 and he never attended the class. He never attended the class. But from that moment, I knew that on this skill, if I position myself well, I will grow. And I started taking classes. I'll pay for classes. I'll go to Lagos. I will learn in physical places. I'll take online classes. I will improve myself because I knew that if I start from somewhere, I will get there one day. Before you know what's happening, I had money to buy a new phone. People started paying attention to me. People started coming to me for advice. People started coming to me to build logos, to build websites, to do a lot of stuff. And a brand has grown. I would have shown you guys my Instagram accounts where I have, but my old Instagram account was disabled at 9,000 followers. So I built that brand in like 7 years. But it started from that BetNaija shop. So you can actually start from anywhere. Stop giving excuses. Oh, I don't have time. That's a lie. You have 8 hours to sleep. You have 8 hours to work. You have 8 hours to do whatever you want to do in this life, which is 24 hours. If you structure your time well, you have the time. Oh, yes, I live with somebody. Enter the bathroom and edit your videos. If they don't like, if everywhere is noisy, enter the bathroom and edit your videos. I remember going to the backyard then to go and do design because it was the only peaceful place in that house. It was a face me, I slap you house. Either somebody's beating their wife or they're struggling with somebody. You know, it was a very crazy environment, but I was able to get out of there. The moment I got out of there, I found a place to be going to, I'll pay 500 naira to stay there. And before you know what's happening, I started coming. I wasn't paying any money because I was being useful to them, helping them do 1 or 2 things. And my brand started growing. My first brand picture, I didn't pay for it. I had a friend who was a photographer. I used to go to his studio every Sunday because he had issues with taking pictures with children. And I'm a baby's person. Once I play with kids, they will laugh. I knew how to keep kids stable for them to take pictures. And that's how I got my first studio picture. I took like 30, 60 pictures, unedited. He sent them to me. I started using them for my flyer. You can start from anywhere. 0 excuses. The moment you make up your mind that I will not make excuse until I win, things will start aligning for you. So you need to fix your perception. Once again, it's a solution versus problems. The market is not saturated. You need to pick what market you want to function or what niche you want to function in. Money responds to value. Positioning is all it takes, and you can start from anywhere. All right. Now let's get deep into this class. Now, positioning for jobs. First thing you need to do when you want to position for especially high-ticket jobs is you need to fix your process, right? And what do I mean by process? When a client sees whatever ad or whatever content you've put out, from when they see to when they actually play, when they actually pay you money, there's a process. And I'll tell you my own process. You can also replicate it in whatever business, whatever skill you do, you can also replicate it. But I'm going to share mine with you. Now, when I run an ad or I put out a content or I put out a Google form, sometimes I use the Google form, right? My Google form is to qualify my client. Let me show you something. I'm going to be practical. I'm going to be sharing a lot in this class so that you guys will know that this thing is not magic. There's no special grace on top somebody's head that, oh, if you anoint them, then they start making money. There's the grace of God, but I mean, there's no special thing. You just don't have the knowledge. So I'm going to be showing you something. I'm just going to open my email on this call and show you a qualification that I use, a qualification method that I use. Just 1 minute. Are you enjoying the class, guys? What have you learned so far while we're waiting for my email to open? What have you learned so far? Are you enjoying the class? Are you enjoying the class? Are you enjoying the class? Invite your friends. Invite your friends. Are you enjoying the class? Let me know so that I'll know whether to leave you people and go, since people are not enjoying the class. You're not enjoying the class. I'm going. So far, we're done. Okay, so I'm gonna, let me see. I have a folder. 2024. I have a form that I use to qualify my clients. Now, all my ads, some of my ads lead to this form. Now, somebody say, why is he sharing his strategy? Because a lot of people need to know that this money of a thing is not in the blues. It's not in the move, in the moon. You can actually, I'm looking for the folder. You can actually start getting results if you do the right thing, if you know how to do the right thing. I'm looking for my forms. Where are my forms? Where are you, forms? Personal folder. No, this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. This is not it. It's not. Okay, let's select this place. Let me see. I'm coming. You guys give me 1 minute, oh. Give me 1 minute. Which folder have I not opened? Let me see. It should be here. Okay, let me just look for my forms. Okay. Is it here? Am I in the right this thing? I feel like I'm not in the right document. I shared this thing with somebody on WhatsApp, so hold on. Okay, so these are my forms. Sorry, I opened the wrong email, right? So let's say I have an offer. I want to help people build sales funnels. That's the skill that I have, right? I have a folder where I call forms. Now, these forms, I've been able to generate leads and close clients. And when I say close clients, I'm saying 6 figures, right? So I have this form, and the goal of this form is to qualify my clients. Now, there are 5 responses. Let me see how many people that I closed in this one. I think there are 2 clients that I closed from this. There's another form for different stuff. Okay, so this form, hold on, let me reduce this. It's supposed to help me know, number 1, is what the client is all about, right? What their goals, what they are selling, and all of that. Number 2 is whether they are ready to pay me. Number 3 is what they want, how many hours they're going to put out, if they have what it takes to take the action that I'm going to tell them to take. This is my process. This is why I'm not the guy on Instagram who will tell you, come and sell, come and do this. I'm trying to sell one thing to you. And I will not be the guy to say, okay, how do I put it now? There's these guys that I see online sometimes who are always trying to tell people, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do that. Sometimes it's just a simple flyer and you fill my form. Don't watch any video, just fill my form. Now, when you fill my form, I'm just going to take this out. Now, when you fill my form, the next thing I do is to get on a call with you. Now I have your name, I have your business details, I have your problems, because I need to understand your problems. I have your problems. I have every challenge that you have. Whether it's a website challenge, whether it's a technical challenge, whether it's a sales challenge. Oh my God, you guys should hold on. The screen is gonna go off in 1 minute, but hold on. Shit. Can you guys see me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so I'm gonna try. My laptop was low. I didn't figure that I was supposed to charge it, so I just plugged it in. Okay. You know what? Let me put this thing like this. Can you see the screen? Can you all see the screen?
Not yet.
How about now?
Not yet. Yeah.
Okay.
You can see this one.
Okay.
It's clearer now.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to see you guys. I'm not seeing you guys, that's why. Hold on, show me. Okay. All right. So like I was saying, when I get on a call with the client, I have the details. I have the arsenal that I will use to fight. So when I get on a call and I listen and I say, okay, this is how you solve a certain type of problem. And they're like, yes. And I say, okay, what are the things you've tried that has not worked? Now the client tells me the things I'm not going to tell them. Because sometimes we don't ask our clients what they've tried and they've not worked. And we start telling them what they've tried. And then they lose interest. They're like, you are just like everybody else. But that's not how it works. You have to be able to tell the client something they've not experienced before. That's my process. And then when I do that, and I tell them what I want to do for them, I tell them, let's not discuss budget yet. I will send you a proposal. In that proposal, you see step by step how I tend to implement it. You can choose to pay me, or you can use this for yourself or give it to another consultant. What I'm trying to tell them is I want your change. It doesn't matter if you're paying me. And once you do things like that for people, people are more attracted to you. It's a strategy. People are more attracted to you. And when I send them a proposal, I remember this was last year. There's a company I'm currently working with, and she saw my proposal. The CEO saw my proposal, and she's like, you know what? Even though I don't work with you, I love your proposal. It is so well articulated. I feel like I know exactly what I want to do with my business. And then we closed a deal. He called me an afternoon, said, Obi, you sent me a bill of 1.3 million. I don't have 1.3 million, but I have 950. Can I do that? And I'm like, we can start with that. They've done almost 3 times that within the past 1 year. But I was able to close that particular client. Not because I was the best guy in the industry, but my process, my positioning. Some of us, we used to rush clients. We used to tell clients, oh, if you don't do it today, then it's over. No, there are levels, there are clients that you want to close that you would need to take time for them to relax into that your sales, into your system. Let them feel safe. Once they feel safe, they will pay you any amount of money you are looking for. Most of the jobs that I've done this year, that's how it happened. I built 3 apps this year, 2 companies in Canada and 1 here in Nigeria. I built close to 12 websites this year, sophisticated websites, right? This year, because of my process. Some clients will want you to sign an NDA. Many people don't even know what NDA is. Some clients might want you to send a service level agreement. Some people are not understanding what a service level agreement is, right? Some clients want you to send something that protects their interest. What's your refund and return policy? When you go on Instagram and you see consultants, you see hair vendors, you see people that are selling products, will put no refund, no return. I'm like, you must be a thief for you to put no refund, no return. There should be something that protects your clients. Do you understand that? That's my process. So you can come up with your own process. It's all about your process. That's how you position. If you are a graphics designer, your process can be so simple, right? I take courses. The person who is asking, how do I get so good at this? I take a lot of courses. YouTube, I have channels that I watch almost every week. I have courses that I paid for that I take. I have master classes I attend. I pay for stuff. You cannot get ahead if you're not investing in yourself knowledge. All the money you are getting, put it in yourself. You are still in your early 20s, early 30s. Put it in yourself. By the time you are 40, 45, it will speak for you. Right? So invest in yourself. Don't be eating food and carrying women. Invest in yourself. All right. So your process as a graphic designer, your process can be flyers. You put out your flyers, people send you a message, you walk them through their problems, you get on a call, you try to understand what they're trying to portray and all of that. Some people, they want everything to be structured via email. Send me a service level agreement, send this, send this, send this. Don't text them through WhatsApp. Find your process, the process that works for you, and you'll be able to position for the right job. Number 2 is your portfolio. People are still sending Google Drive as portfolio. There are platforms like Linktree, Mainstack, where you can put your stuff. You can put your stuff, your content on your Instagram can be your portfolio. Your LinkedIn can be your portfolio. I mean, don't send me, I said, okay, I want to hire a graphic designer, and you send me 500 flyers. You want to waste my data. I want to be able to go somewhere and see everything. Put stuff on your Instagram page. There, but I'm not really the Instagram type. In 2025, you need to be able to carve your portfolio in such a way that it looks beautiful. People can show your work. I have a portfolio on my Figma where all my works, every single design that I've done for people that I can share, I put it there as my portfolio. So when the clients ask for my portfolio, a Figma link, I send it to them. They see different projects and they're like, I want to hire this guy. Sometimes it's links to the projects that I've done. They are compiled step by step, explaining what they are, and I send to clients. And they're able to come back to me and say, okay, I've seen your work. Can we get on a call? Let's close this thing and move ahead. Put your portfolio in the right place. Now, there's what we call pre-activity. This I want to share with you. If you're somebody who is going through a lot and you want to get out of that place, pre-activity will help you. What I mean by pre-activity is being proactive. You show before you even sell. Now, let me give you an example. Back in 2023, around this time in 2023, something had happened to me and I was really depressed, right? How do people say it? I'm being vulnerable now. I was really depressed, right? I wasn't working, I wasn't taking on projects. The ones in my hand, I wasn't responding well. I was having to refund clients. It was a very tough experience, right? But after some time, I had to tell myself, you know what? Hunger will finish you. Your life will be damaged. Depression is if you go deeper, you are going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So you have to get out. But when I was going to get out, I didn't have, you have to start afresh. I didn't have what it takes to come online and start creating content. But I still needed to make money and do it offline in quiet, in a quiet space. What did I do? I have a book here. I don't think I can find it now. There's a book I have here. I went on Instagram. I looked for different people in the industry that I want to sell. So coaching, people who owned communities, people who were coaches, people who owned food businesses, and people who had books to sell, and coaches, founders. I wrote down names of people. So some did not have websites. Some did not have structured Instagram. Sorry. Some did not have a structured Instagram page. Their designs were wacko and all of that. Let me see. I don't want to share. I don't want to share those details because those companies might not really be happy that I'm sharing stuff on. But I had a lot of them on. I wrote down their names. There were about 40 people that I wrote down names, right? And then I started sending messages. Oh, good afternoon. How I've seen your projects. I think you can fix ABC. I think I can fix this. Here are 3 flyers that I did for you. So I'll be up in the night designing flyers. I remember one particular coach. I edited 18 videos. I took a video and turned it into 18 reels, edited each and every one of them, did like 12 designs on different things she was doing for her books, did book covers, did flyers. I did so many things. I sent her a projection, a plan that will help her sell her books, sell her courses and all of that. And I sent to her. I sent to many people. Some people reached back to me and said, oh, Obi, I can't work with you. We already have somebody on board. Somebody says, oh, who's this? Don't message me again. Some people said, oh, they can't hire me. The money I was asking for was too much. Some people say, thank you for the work. Can I share it? And I think there were 3. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3. There are 4 people who responded. Now, the lady who I sent the entire project to with flyers and videos, she was blown. When I say she was blown, she was like this. And then she's like, do you know me before? I said, not really. I've seen some of your stuff and worked. He encouraged me, so I just felt I could do something for you and, we could work together. And she's like, I'm in. I don't have all the money to pay you, but what can I be sending you every month for a start? Me, as at that point, anything was fine. So I said, oh, I don't mind if you're paying like $250 a month. She's like, let's get started. Yes, they are Nigerians in this Ibadan, Lagos, Kano, they are Nigerians, actual Nigerians. They're not abroad people here in Nigeria. And I sent it to them and I sent it to her. We started working. I started dishing out. She was mind blown. Guess what happened? She started telling other people around about me because she saw the quality of work. So sometimes you have the work, you don't have the audience, you don't have the influence, you're not positioned right. She started telling people, my first website job, the website is never existing again because the company eventually shut down. But they reached out to me. She reached out to me and said, one of my friends wants to build the website. And I said, oh, okay, ma. She said, how much do you build the website? With my fear that, let me not change this my way. I said, 250,000. She said, which then dollar had just turned to $1,000. So it was $250. She said, no, I'm going to tell them 1,000. I said, ma. And then she cuts the call. She called me later that, okay, they said they don't have 1,000. I'm like, that's not what I said. She said they don't have 1,000, but they have 620, which was about 550 pounds or so. I said, no problem, ma. And they wired me 620,000 naira. See, that day, when that song that plays, Jesus, yeah, you have done it. I played that song at least for like 7 hours straight because there was no, it was amazing, right? I saw the power of proactivity. Clients, she started reaching out to me now. Here's the amazing thing. I now had money to buy a course that taught me about lead generation and Facebook ads and how to write a copy. Now, I wrote a copy. There's this man that I've been begging for 2 years to borrow me money. He did not borrow me money. If I call him and say, Obi, I don't have money. Things are tough in the real estate business. I don't have cash. I don't have money disposable income to give you. And I said, no problem, sir. So I looked at this man's project and I said, this man will need this kind of service for his business. He wants to sell a particular course and book. Let me do a plan. So I did the exact same thing I did for that lady, and I sent it to him. Guess what happened? The man said, Obi, let's get on a call tomorrow. I said, okay, sir. So how much do you charge per copy? I said 250,000. He wired me 200,000 that night, paid the rest in the morning. See, when I tell you that it is value exchange, you can beg somebody for money from now to tomorrow, but if you exchange value, they will pay you. I wrote a copy. I sent to one of my friends to check. He said, edit it. The man got the copy. The man paid for the copy. Now, while I was doing that, I started posting. I just posted once on WhatsApp. One man that I had worked with years ago reached out to me and said, how far be? Can you do this? Can you do that? I said, yes, I can set up your website. I can do this. I can do this. Man said, how much do you need? I said, $1,000. Okay, let me send you 350 first. Build the website for me. Let me start. And I said, okay, now how much have I made within the space of 1 month? I've done 620, I've done 250, and I've done 350. If you do that math, that's almost 1 point something million in 1 month. Did I have anything to start? No. What did I do? Proactivity. I reached out to people. I showed them how the process would work. You even need to understand your business to a certain level to know how it works. Do you understand me? Great. All right. The next thing you need to do is education. Educate the people you want to sell to, the people you want to. Education helps you show that you are an authority in the industry that you are playing in. If you're not able to teach us your work, you don't know it enough. You need to be able to get to a certain level where you can teach your work confidently. If you cannot teach it, you don't know it enough. I say this and I say this with all the strength and pride I have in me. Go on YouTube. All the people you respect on YouTube, they know their work. They create stuff about it. They educate people. They show people. They show people what to do, what not to do, how to go about stuff, how not to go about stuff. They do all these things to be able to promote that particular thing, and people see them as an authority. Do you understand? Education is how you gain that authority. See me, I'm doing 100 days challenge. Tomorrow, somebody will say, Obi, come and consult for us. We watched 100 days of your video and we got certain results. But you now be saying, how do I get it in this sales and marketing industry? You've not taught people that you know exactly what you're talking about. The school you are going to, you are paying them for what? Some of you are paying 2 million school fees, 500,000, 200,000 for what? Because you will trust them that they know exactly what they are doing. They have authority. It's the same thing. The next is to create content about stuff, which is also educating. Create content. I won't talk much about that. Then collaboration. You need to be able to meet with different people, work on different stuff with different people, help people with stuff, right? Show up for different people. Collaborate on projects. Sometimes it can be free. Sometimes it can be paid. Collaborate on projects. When somebody wants to do a UI UX job, start doing UX writing. Write everything that the website will need. This person will design, this person will code. And before you know what's happening, you guys are building stuff. Tomorrow, you guys will be getting big projects. I know startups that have started like that. 3 friends who have different skills come together, build something. Before you know what's happening, they get a huge project and they started a company. That's how it works. And lastly, you need to volunteer. Many people have not worked for free. Free will always get you paid. Many of you have not volunteered. Me, I cannot work for anybody. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. You are raising shoulder. You will go far. I know how many people I had to say. I'll give you an example. There's a popular coach in this country and in the USA that I've worked for. Some of you might know him because I talk about him a lot. It's like my papi, right? When I reached out to him, I wanted to learn how to sell, how to close. I wanted him to mentor me, but I was going to serve. Whatever I needed me to do, I would do it. I was going to design for him. I was going to do this. He said, okay, no, voila. We just finished running ads. We have gathered 1,100 leads. I like to show you something so that you guys don't think that I'm lying. I like to show you guys something. I like to be practical so that people will not say, oh, he's just giving us story. Now I'm going to show you guys something. You probably see his name there, right? But I'm still going to show you, right? Where's our sales? Let me see. La 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 la. Can you see the updated list? Let me see. Where's random? Random. So we had a sales script, right? I'm looking for the sales. This is our sales script, but I'm not going to show you the sales script, right? I want to show you the list. of people that I had to call. We had 3 weeks or 2 weeks or so, people that I had to call. So I was calling people. I was learning how to sell. How many people on this list? This list is about 200 and something. No, there's one that has 1,000 plus. Let me look for it. Hold on. Hold on, let me look for it. I stopped sharing by mistake. Hold on. You guys should hold to me. I'm coming, oh. You guys should relax. How do I even find files in this place? How do you sort? Okay. Documents. Should I just miss it? I'm coming. I go be your no, it's Excel sheets. Sorry. I want to show you guys something. Is it this one? There are many updated this. It's a sales, whatever. I don't know where I put the okay, share with me. I can't find the list here. Maybe I'm even in the wrong email again. But as at that time, it was 1,000 plus people that I was calling every single day. Trust me, you will learn how to sell. How many people is this? This is 200 plus, right? This was the first list they sent to me because the one that I had, it was updated. It was updated with, what do you call it? You could see how many people that have closed, how many people that I've gotten, all of that. I can't find the list now, but I would have loved to show you guys. Now, I say this to say that, hold on. I say this to say that if you do not volunteer for some things, there are things you can never learn. There are things you can never learn how to do. There are objections you can never answer. When somebody tells you your product is too expensive, if you've never sold a product of 500,000 before, a 6 days class for 500, you cannot know how to close it. Now, my own mentor told me how to answer those people, how to take their eyes away from price into value. Do you understand that? So if you need to be able to volunteer to a certain level for you to get the results you're looking for, right? That's that about positioning. I hope we've learned something. I hope you've learned something, guys. Okay, let's go ahead. Now, the next thing is to build your personal brand. As you're positioning for jobs, tell your story. People are always attracted to story. Tell your story. Tell your story. Tell your story. Tell your story. I cannot emphasize this enough. Tell your story. Tell us how you started. Tell us the things that you went through. Tell us what's going on in your life, right? Always tell your story. It's all about your story. Tell your story as content, your difficulties, your challenges, your progress, all of that, situations, experience. I'll give you an example. There's a content I'm going to edit. I'll probably post on Sunday morning of when I saw drop shipping. When I saw that you can, the first time I realized that you can start from anywhere was when I went to Onitsha Main Market in Anambra. This was in my 100 level. I wasn't going back to school on time. I needed money. There was no money. And I wasn't going to follow my auntie to one church like that they were spending whole day. And they asked me I cannot stay in the house. So they say I should go out of the house and go and find something to do. And I went to the market. Now, on entering the market, for those of you that are Igbo here, you know what they call Osa here, where you see guys in the market gate. They will say, Auntie Kehi, what do you want to buy? What do you want to buy? Come and buy this. Come, we get AC here. We get jewelry. We get earrings. We get this one. We get that. They say all these things to get your attention, to find out what you need. And when you say, oh, I need this, they take you to their shop. Now, this shop is not their own. They've had an agreement with certain people to sell their products. And when they get there, they say, oh, I'm able to do this for you. I'm able to do that for you. And they sell their products. They offer you. Sometimes the shop they take you to do not even have the product you're looking for. What do? They say, let's take you to our second shop. It is not their second shop. They've just bargained. And I said, this is amazing. So I followed my mom one day to buy shoes. And when I got to this particular store where she's buying shoes, I saw Nike Huracan. I saw Adidas Fenty. So this particular guy imports them from the factory wholesale. So they are outrageously cheap, right? People from Lagos come in to buy these products and then go and sell. If you are in Anambra State, you probably know Ochanja. So I went with my mom, and then I spoke to this guy, like, can I be selling your products online? And he's like, no problem, as long as you give me my money. I said, there's no wahala. I texted a couple of my friends in school and put on my WhatsApp status that I was now selling shoe and stuff. One of my friends from Afebola responded and said, oh, okay, I want to buy it, but I want to know how much it is. So I said 25,000. And she said, it is too much. Oh. Mute your microphone. Thank you. And then she said, it's too much. Oh. I don't have 25,000. I said, how much do you have? She said, 20K. I said, okay, no, wala, I'll give you 20K. How many are you buying? She said, she will talk to a couple of her friends. They are like 10. They want to buy together so that they will save delivery money. And I said, no, wala, if you guys are up to 10, delivery is fee. Now, it cost me about, let me say, 11,000 dearish to deliver the product. The entire product, the 10 of them was around 75,000. So I made, the total revenue was 200,000. What do you call it? Delivery fee was around 11,000. Cost of products was 75,000. If you do that math, that's around 86,000. I still had to myself 114,000 to myself from doing absolutely nothing, from not even owning a product. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I tell my story to people, and people start. And some people can you say, okay, SMO, I don't have this. Can you set this up for me? Set this up for me. And when I share this story in my personal brand, somebody gets started. Now, when that person gets started, they get to a certain level where they get to pay me. They can now afford to pay me. I've seen it plenty times where somebody says, I took your class in 2017, 2018, 2019. What you taught me, I've been able to generate 500,000. SMO, how much do you charge for this? And I say, I charge 300K, and they pay me, and they get ahead. So build your story. Tell us about your story. Sometimes, some people pity you because they want to help you. I still have a friend who, all he does is, because he has money, all he does is refer people. People who sell cream, sell clothes, sell tables, sell shoes. He refers a lot of them to me and say, oh, Biafra, buy from this person, buy from this person, buy from... I say, are you making money for this? They say, no, I just want to support small brands that are growing. I like as this person, they do in thing every day. So tell your story. Do you understand that? Next thing is problems and solutions. I think I've spoken about problems and solutions a lot, and you get this point. Be a giver, not a taker. If people who have come into my DM and say, come and mentor me, I barely respond to you. Or what is this? Instead of you Googling it, be a giver. Give ideas, give solutions. The people you think have reached a greater height, some of them need help with design. Some of them need help with logo. Some of them need help. Because they might not even... See, the thing you don't understand is... Hold on, guys, please. 1 minute. Hold on, guys. I need to turn off, so I need to switch. The things you don't understand about business is that... Okay. The thing you don't understand about business is that... Can you guys see my screen? I need to be sure that you can see my screen.
No.
No. We can't see your screen.
Now?
No, we can't see your screen.
No, you
Guys,
can't. No.
how about now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The thing many people do not understand about being a giver or doing something for somebody is that person might not have anything to give you, but they might know somebody who has something to give you. There are many times where I've been helpful to a certain person at a certain level, and they don't even have money to pay me. But when somebody needs something, they will sit on it until I get that particular job. I've seen it happen many times. I've seen people fight for me, fight for things, fight for space. This year, somebody even fought for me to get equity in a company because I did some projects for them. So sometimes if you are always the type that wants to take, I want to learn, I want to collect, I want to do this, what have you done? You're always picking people's brain. You can't go far. Be a giver. When you do something for people, when you help, what we call reciprocity, people are most likely going to help you back. They want to show you that they also care, right? They want to show you that, oh, I am also interested in that thing that you are doing. That's how it works. So you see a lot of, I'm coming. Hold on. So there are a lot of things that we struggle with that we should not struggle with simply because we have not learned to give. We're always taking. Stop taking, be a giver from today. Make up your mind that I'm going to give. Everywhere I go to, whoever I meet. And the funny thing is that you can give anything. It can start from a small conversation. You can start from helping somebody do certain things, write content. You can offer them. Let me tell you, in this web design job, one of the ways I've been able to make a lot of friends that have referred me to many things is they can be doing a project and they are finding it very difficult to finish. Because I know exactly what their problem is, I just step in and say, you know what? Don't waste your time on this thing. Implement this, just put it, just add it. And once they add that in, let me give you an example. If you're building a website with WordPress, for instance, there are some animations you cannot do with Elementor animations. You need to be able to add code to it. You need to be able to do things like GSAP inside. I have friends that they are saying, Obi, Alpha, I want to do this animation, but it's not moving, it's not working. I say, okay, you need to add a CSS custom code. I go and find the code, edit it to fit what they want, and then send it to them. Okay, add this class, add this CSS class. And they're like, oh, thank you very much. It worked. Tomorrow, when they have a huge project, they have 3-4 projects, they say, okay, Alpha, how much should they charge? I say, they charge 350, 500. It's okay. I get 2 projects, so I don't get 1 million. Make I give you 700 for the 2 of them. I say, no, and they send me the project because they know I will deliver. But what did I do? The entry point was I offered to help. I offered to serve. I offered to give. Giving will always come back to you 1,000-fold. Now, another thing you need to understand about building your personal brand and career growth is recognize who is above you. Recognize who is above you. There are people who have paid price. See, even if the person has not paid any price, the point that they are above you is what you need to respect it and show them that you respect it, and you'll be able to scale. I had a conversation with my mentor about 2 years ago. I was telling him, sir, how did you get to handle almost 40 plus countries? You head over 40 plus countries in your company. How are you able to do that? And then he says when he was applying for the job, he was the oldest. And if you guys know how corporate companies work, in a certain department, they cannot take you if you're more than 35 years. And he was too old. The youngest person there was 23 or 24. And the next person that was close to his age was 25. So he was 10 years older than every applicant. But they all passed. But they needed 4 people. He was among who they would pick, but they had an issue with his age. The question they asked him was, will you be able to respect this 23-year-old boy who is the current manager? And he says, yes, there's something he knows that I don't know, and I'm willing to serve. Within the space of 3 years, he became a country manager, currently heads 42 countries. This is my mentor, right? Currently heads 42 countries. Sorry, guys, hold on. Give me 1 minute, please. So he currently has 42 countries. And I said, sir, so how were you able to, take over that whole system? He says, look, when you serve people, people will always refer you. And he said, how did I get country manager? There's a certain boss. If that boss said do this, he will not ask any question. You do exactly what the man wants you to do. The man felt in control that, okay, look, this boy will do as I say. Now, when it came for time to promote people, people were sending in their recommendations. He insisted that he will not retire if this his guy, which is my mentor, is not made the country manager. Recognize who is above you. Some of you who are always cussing out on your CEOs, cussing out on your management, you can't grow. It's the reason why you are where you are today. If you don't know how to respect, build quality relationships with management, with CEOs, with your CMO, heads of marketing, with your HR, you will suffer in your career. It is not about your emotions. Some of them have terrible characters, but 48 Laws of Power says you should never outshine your master. I always advise people to read books like that so that you know how to handle people, handle leadership, handle different stages of your career. I once spoke to a lady who heads one of the big 500 companies in market in Africa here. And they asked her, Ma, how were you able to scale? And then she says, I was able to get, I'm 25 years old. I was able to get to this level by kissing a lot of ass. I said, everybody was like, what do you mean kissing ass? She said, but I agree with everybody. We agree with my boss before I explain anything I want to explain. And then she gave a scenario where the boss came into the office and the man was pissed off. You guys are a mistake. All of you that I hired were a pile of shit, nonsense set of staff. He was angry. Now, everybody was carrying face. She went and said, good afternoon, sir. We're sorry for putting you through this emotional turmoil. Here's what you asked for. Is there something else we can do to cheer you up? We're really sorry, sir. On behalf of the team, she went there on behalf of her team, right? But she was one who came forward. Now, here's the amazing thing. The man, of course, realized he shouldn't have used some words and apologized and all of that. But he started calling her for everything. So, Alpha, has your team, she's not the overall company and team management, but she's the one that the boss now wants to be speaking to every time there's an issue. He said, this lady knows how to handle this matter. She knows how to do, she understands me. Once your boss starts saying you understand me, know that you have gotten a place in their heart. But many of us will raise that, they know they pay us well. Now why I not going to do this work well? If they did not put gun on your head to take the job. But once you've taken the job, you do it well. I have clients that have brought many jobs to me. What was the challenge? When we were talking, I didn't ask how much the work would go. I just accepted maybe a job that I was supposed to charge probably 500K for, I charged 150 and I saw the job. I never for once said, this is not what you paid me for. No, I did the job. I did it well. So when they were now talking to me, they said, I didn't know you were going to do it too because I knew it was a lot. I just laughed and jobs started coming like that. Recognize who is above you. If you are raising shoulder, you can't go find career. You can't go find building a brand. Recognize who has paid their price. Don't assume that you can be in their position. There are people I check in this content creation thing, and I see somebody's page has 2,000 videos. We are not mates. You are my Oga. We are not mates. Just because you reply to my comment does not mean I should answer you as if you are my mates. There are people you should respect. Don't join the population to be shouting, they're collecting our money. That's how they're getting rich. That's useless. It's like telling school that school is getting rich. School is giving you knowledge. It's knowledge exchange. Who you curse cannot bless you. That's life. Whatever you bless will eventually turn around to bless you, right? Always bring your ideas to the table. When the company is having an issue, don't wait until they start doing survey. Start asking, bring your ideas to the table. Bring your ideas to the table. Bring something, offer something. And that's how you get ahead in your career and in your brand. You grow in your career. Now, we're now going to talk about, I think this is the last part of this particular section. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get to the next slide. Okay. So how to build a community. I don't know if you can all see my screen, but I'm just going to continue. How to build a community. Why do you need a community? This is 2025, right? If you want to grow a brand, you want to keep making money, you want to keep growing, you want to keep being influential, you need to build a community. There are people who will start liking you, start talking to them. There's a reason we have OBO fans and we have Wizkid fans, right? These people, when their music comes out, it's their fans that carry it on their head. This course that this what do you call it? This program that we are doing today, right? Sorry, there's a patch place covering. Sorry. I apologize for that. I think is the participant something that I've taken away. Let me put it somewhere else. I put it somewhere else. Okay, so can you see everything now? Can you see everything now? Okay. Why do you need one? You need to be able to gather people that love what you do in a certain place, right? Talk to them, solve their problems, share the stuff that you know well to do. They are the ones who will refer you. You will not imagine, on this my WhatsApp that I share stuff every single day, you will not imagine how many people reach out to me and say, SMO, can you help me do this? Somebody needs this. Can I send your number? Can I send this? Can I send that? You will not imagine how many people refer me because I've built a community. At least I have 1,000 people view my status every day. I have like 7,000 people on my WhatsApp contact. Sometimes I check on people randomly. You can never tell. So you need to build your community for long-term growth, long-term influence, and visibility. There are a lot of things you will not be able to do if you do not have a community. You need to build quality friendships. I always tell people, know a little about something because you don't know how many clients you are missing because you don't have idea about a couple of things. I try to discuss about football, politics, geopolitics, military. There are conversations. I don't know if any of you were online last week 2 Sundays ago. We had a 4-hour conversation with a couple of people, right? And people joined. It was interesting. I try to learn a little about everything because I don't know where I meet people. I learn about shoes. I learn the names of shoes. Most of you don't know the names of corporate shoes. If somebody says, oh, I like Monk Straps, I like Brooks, you don't know the name of shoes. You don't know the name of perfumes. You don't know the names of cologne. Some of you don't know that there's a difference between perfume and cologne. You need to know the difference. Some of you don't know how to play chess. You don't know how to play drafts. You don't know how to play games. You don't know how to play PS4. I have closed the client from chess. Some of you don't like hangouts. I went on a hangout, and in this hangout, we're talking. This guy said, they brought chess. Like, I know Sabi play. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can play chess. We can be gisting and I'll show you. And we started talking, and I was showing him how to play chess. Before I know what's happening, he started talking about my business. This guy, I've done work for this guy. If I calculate how much he has paid me, roughly 1.7 from just playing chess and hanging out together. We're total strangers. We met at the hangouts. There are people who have referred me for jobs because I talked about shoes. Sometimes I talk about politics. I talk about American politics. I talk about billionaires. I talk about how they make their money. I talk about intrinsic systems in cars. I talk about cars. You guys know me. I love cars a lot. Right? I talk about business. I talk about investments. Somebody will reach out to me and say, SMO, this thing about fintech. How do you start a fintech without spending the money? I say, okay, you need somebody with a specific type of license. You need this. I personally thank you, SMO. Tomorrow they refer me for a project, a UI UX project. Or SMO, what are the challenges one will face when registering their business? Do you have Connect? I say, yes, I have somebody. Sometimes it's just building quality friendships, having conversations, wonderful, amazing conversations that will change the way you do business. Some of us say, I'm not the friend type. Oh, I only make friends with women as a lady. You will suffer. I only make friends with guys. I don't like to follow women talk. You will suffer. You need to be able to make friends without having ulterior motives. I have this year it's like all my female friends came together and said, we're going to make you money this year. Most of all the people that referred me, they are my female friends. People I've known for 10 years, 15 years, 5 years, who will say, SMO, can you do this stuff? I say, yes, they send my number. And we have random conversations. Sometimes I just start up a conversation. It can be relationship. And I just tell them, okay, these are the things, if you want to have an amazing relationship, these are the things that work. Sometimes I tell them story. I come from a very beautiful home. I tell them a family story that has helped my parents' marriage. And, we bond. Sometimes we bond over topics. We talk about Nigeria, talk about matters on Twitter. We drag ourselves. Quality friendships. Nobody has built wealth alone. Dangote was going to build his refinery. He needed $19 billion. Money came from all his friends in the banking system. All his friends who own oil companies like Otedola and the rest. All his friends in technology. All his friends abroad. That's where all the money came. He did not raise all the money. His money inside is about $5 billion. The rest of the money came from friends. You won't build friends today. Many of your friends today will turn out to be billionaires. Many of them will turn out to have positions of power. Today is when you start building them. Tomorrow, you see all of you, I'm talking to you today, sharing my ideas. Tomorrow, I might want to build a business. Many of you have become real estate moguls, and I say I want to build a 13,000 capacity innovation stadium in 6 states in Nigeria. And some of you who have learned how to manage communities, some of you have learned how to manage people, some of you understand how to build systems, electronic systems, some of you are strong superheroes in solar energy, you know how to do solar farms, some of you are in internet, some of you are in real estate, some of you are in land, some of you, and I put out that project. I'm not going to struggle. I'm not going to struggle. I'm just going to say, guys, I have 3 billion. We need so and so people to hire. And all of you will show up. Everybody gets paid. Everybody gets happy. Some of you will own banks. Some of you don't even know that you own banks. Some of you will sit in government. There are things I will never struggle for because I know some of you will be in government. When I need a license, I just make a call. They say, SMO, thank you very much for that. What do you need? And I say, I need this, I need this. They say, okay, SMO, send me a proposal. I send the proposal, it gets applied. Some of you, there are struggles you don't need to struggle with in life if you have friends. I'm telling you, you have to build quality friends. Quality friends. It's not every time that you're using 3 hours to respond to people. You are always giving attitude. Oh, you don't. There are rooms that you cannot enter because there are only men in those rooms. You can become the first woman in that room by the friend that you know. There are investments you will never be able to know about or take if you don't have certain friends. Otedola made how many billion from this year? From Gerebu plants this year. How much? Almost 7 billion. His own younger brother put in 400 million and made over 4 billion. Allegedly. Do you understand? These guys are doing big business because they know each other. They know each other. I met the co-founder of a company that I'm currently building from a Zoom call that she joined, and we bonded, and I started sharing resources with her. And she's like, you're building stuff, let's collaborate now. We did start doing something together. Friendships. It's not every time you are a fine girl. Somebody enters your DM and you're already thinking that they want to give you 3 children. Relax. Relax. A girl says hello to you, you're already looking for all her pictures on Snapchat. Relax. Tomorrow, she can be the person in Bank of Industry. I tell all my friends, my children cannot struggle. Not because I'm a billionaire, because I have all of you. Your children will also not struggle because they know me. This life is nepotism. Take it or leave it. You get to a certain level based on the friendships you have built. If you look at the life of Jesus, Jesus' ministry worked because he had friends in high places. There's a woman who was serving the king. If you read your Bible, there's a woman who was serving the king who was sending money to Jesus for his travels and everything every freaking month. Jesus had people who had boats. His disciples were not poor. These guys had boats for Christ's sake. You think Jesus would just wake up and be traveling anyhow if you don't have men that had stuff? Have you all through Jesus' ministry? Jesus was going to criminals' house to go and eat. Terrible people, bonding with them, making friends. When he needed resources, if not that he had to die for, Jesus had crazy ass money, crazy ass people around him because he had friends. You cannot grow anything without building quality friendship. I'm going to stop there. Next, you need to be accountable and open. You need to be accountable and what? And open. When somebody calls you out on your bullshit, please accept it. Be accountable. Sometimes feedback. When they give you feedback on stuff, accept it. I have a staff that worked for me last year, right? I'm so proud of her because when she started working for me, lots of challenges. Today, she has launched her video editing course. I'm the proudest person ever because I paid for courses, I paid for platforms, I paid for tools for her to be able to use it. I've seen progress in her life. Now, when I started editing my video, she says, sir, this one you are doing like this will not go where I say my leader. I don't know if she's on this call. I say my leader. I'm here for you. And then she said, sir, change this. Don't use this one. Change this. Don't use this one. Change this. Is it paid CapCut? I say yes. If you check, sir, can I get on a call with you? I say yes. I say, myself, I need. I will call her. I say, please, can I get on a call with you? She says, I want to sleep. I say, be coming. Please now. She will join the call. I will ask her, can you do this? Can you do that? She say, okay, do this. Do mask like this. Who is this person now? Who is this person? Winner, I will remove you. I'll remove you. Who's this person that's drawing on my screen? Did somebody give their child their phone? I'll remove this person. Okay, so what was I saying? And she was teaching me, oh, don't put your phones up. Do this here. Don't use too much edit. If you want to remove background, do like this. And I was able to learn. And my videos, if you go to my Instagram today, you will see that my videos have progression of their quality, of my shots, how I started shooting. Okay, sir, it takes time to edit, just be reading it. If you start tomorrow, when you get a good camera, you can now start talking and edit. You get a stronger laptop. People advise me, be accountable. It's not every time you are a superhero. Do you understand? It's not every time that you are a superhero. Be accountable and open. Sometimes share your struggles. Don't overshare. Don't go and tell us the things that are happening inside your trouser. Share your struggles about life, about business. Don't tell us that you are fighting, you are the type that has to beat your wife. Don't tell us that. Share things that will change people's lives, your experiences, right? Share your struggles. Show your process and be willing to give. That's how you get people. And as you grow, do not detach. The moment you start becoming popular, do not detach. Don't be like everybody and keep silent. Your money will continue to be long the more you connect with your people. They are your people. That's how our government has failed. The moment government gets in, they detach and the country goes in chaos. You connect with your people. As you grow, do not detach. I hope we're all learning something. And today, lastly, we're going to be talking about selling your skill. Now, when it comes to selling your skill, I tell you for free, your skill is, attack pain points like no tomorrow. Sit down with ChatGPT, come up with 60 pain points of the industry that you're in. And I'm telling you, you can sell anything to anybody. People do not like solution. People want you to talk about their problem and then drag the solution to them. Do you understand? Let me give you an example. Somebody should give me a product that they sell here. Anybody? Give me a product that you sell. I will answer your questions also. Please hold on. This person is selling herbal medicine. Okay, let me give you an instance. I've not sold herbal medicine, but I've sold products for companies like Forever Living, right? It's not herbal. Herbal is in your backyard, but I mean, it's not herbal. Tiola, I'm just joking. But the first person said herbal medicine. Now, when I was selling herbal medicine, how am I saying herbal medicine? When I was selling for Forever Living, I never touched a product. I never said, come and buy Forever Living product. I never said, you have diabetes, come and buy. You have arthritis, come and buy. You have pie. You have stage 1 cancer, come and... You never hear me give you solution to your problem. What did we do? We came up with stories. So you see all those blog posts on your UC browser, on your Opera Mini, on your Linda Ikeji page, where you will see she's leaving her husband because he can no longer last. Then you will not see anything again. You have now have to click to open it. Once you click to open it, we give you a story of how a man is not lasting in bed and how things are going bad. The marriage is about to split. They don't have children. The man is having erectile dysfunction. The wife is having PCOS, blah, blah, blah. And these were their challenges. Now you are soaked into that story. You are soaked into all the native doctors they visited. You are soaked into the mother-in-law giving them problem. You are soaked into many things. And then we now offer you a solution. Now, note that the problem is, number one, we are attracting people who are having marriage problems. We're attracting people who have sex problems. We're attracting people who have serious health problems like PCOS, fibroid, and all of that. We're attracting people who know somebody that has problem. And when they now go to the next page, we show them the results that we've gotten. When we show them the results that we've gotten, we show them how it's going to work and then offer them the product. Boom, sales start point. I saw it in Ghana. For those of you, I've never been to Ghana before, but as in school, when I was in school, this was as far back as 2016, 2017, I was doing over $1,000 a month from Ghana. I had never been to Ghana because I was selling products. People were selling. I sold in Kenya. I sold in Zambia. Of course, my dear country, Nigeria. Right? Because we use pain points. Even when I'm marketing products today, you will not hear me say, oh, come, I'll teach you how to sell. I'll tell you, this is why you're losing 120 clients per month without even knowing. And they say, hey, 120 clients. And they open it and they see that, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the issue that they are having. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the solution. And they are willing to pay me. So pain points and problems is what attracts people. And then when you show them the solution and how to solve it, you can sell anything. Then your onboarding method, which is either you're using proposals, you're using a call, you're using invoice, you're sending emails, fix your onboarding process, you're sending NDAs, service level agreements between you and your clients, know your onboarding methods and keep them ready. A client will say, Obi, send me your invoice. I'm not going to go and start figuring out how to do invoice. I have invoice templates. Obi, send me your service level agreements. I have service level agreements templates. I have customer feedback templates. I have monthly meetings where I get my clients' ideas, what they are going through and how I intend to solve them. I have all this done. So I'm not trying to figure out anything, right? Clients' issues. I get feedback from my clients. What are the challenges? I call them and say, okay, what are you having? What's the problem you're having today that I can solve? And there are times, I'll give you an example. The client hired me sometimes last year for almost $1 million. And I called to ask what the challenge was because they paid for something else. And I said, what can I do for you? And they said, look, Obi, I've been trying to build my website for nearly 2 years. I spent millions from different designers and developers. It's the same story. And she said, what can you do for me? I said, okay, I'm not going to charge you money, right? Do you have everything in your domain? She said, yes. I said, give me 4 days. I'll give you this platform. It's an e-learning, it's an academy, right? They've been trying to do it. Give me 4 days. When I did it for her, there's a way a client will talk to you, know that, this client love you. this client cherish you. And of course, more jobs came. I'm on a retainership with this particular client today because of things like that. You call them and ask for their. Some people, once they pay you, they will not hear from you again. Will not hear from you again. That's the end. You are gone. And you are wondering why people are not coming back because you're not solving anybody's problem. Feedback is data. It's not an attack for your business. When a client says, I don't like the way this thing, it's not attack. They're not attacking your job. It means there's something you're not doing right. It's data for you to do better in your business. Do you understand? And then we have what we call the band strategy. When you want to sell your skill, you need to find out the budget, who's the authority, if they need this product, and the timeline in which they need it. So you don't waste time on people that don't matter, right? Now, what do I say? Budget. Find out your client's budget and see if you can create a payment plan for them. Find out who is paying. Those of you in real estate, people can relate. If you go to, let me even ask now. Let me see if you guys can actually relate. Those of you selling real estate, if a man comes with the wife, right? Who is your actual customer? Is it the man or the wife? He comes to check out the property. Who is the actual customer? The man is the one paying, but who is the actual customer? It's the wife. Because she just has to say, honey, I don't like this kitchen. This kitchen is too tight. That's all. $200 million that was supposed to come to you is gone. They're not coming to you again. Honey, I don't like the space. The children will not be able to pay. This room, the closet. The man might not even have any challenge with the product or with the property because his job is just to pay the 200 million. But she has already done a lot of complaint. She has complained about the environment. She has complained about the way the place looks. She has complained about a lot of things, right? And you will not be able to, if you ignore her, she's gone, you are gone. But you can focus on her, show her other things about the property, and she might just be able to take it or show her something better. But if you ignore her because she's not the one paying you, you are in trouble. So you need to know who is paying you, the authority in whatever sales process or environment that you are in. Know who is the authority. Know if they genuinely need this product. Know if they need this product. Know if they need it very well before you start going out to go and sell anything. And finally, know the timeline in which they want it done. So you know whether to increase your price or not. Know if you can even deliver within that timeline. Because some of us take jobs we cannot deliver on, and it puts us in problems and spoils our reputation. So use your band strategy. Again, budget, authority, need, and time is your band strategy for selling. And then build rapport. Sometimes your client just wants to talk about their life. Listen, I have clients that come here and be telling me, my son is in university in the UK. And he was talking to me about this cybersecurity thing. Do you have any idea about it? I said, yes, I have a certificate in cybersecurity. Oh, that's amazing. So what I'm having issues with my laptop. See, in all honesty, it's not the cybersecurity, he just wants to talk. And then we talk and say, you sound like a good business person. He say, yes. Obi, let me not stress you, Jerry. Send invoice, make I pay you money. And I laugh. Sometimes they just want to talk. You need to be able to know how to hold conversation. Me, I used to say it without apology. I feel if you cannot hold a conversation, you don't read enough. You're not really an intelligent person if you cannot hold strong conversations. There are people who cannot talk in 3 different fields. You cannot have conversations outside 3 different fields. Ladies, guys, nothing. You can't, like somebody talks to you, they cannot jump from different conversations and still hold you. You get easily bored. You say, I'm not the kind of person that is to stay. I get tired easily. Tomorrow you'll be poor and you will not know what's doing you. It's because you've not been able to learn how to build rapport with people. I built rapport with people from buying food. I go to an eatery, I'm waiting for my food to come out, and then I see a guy's shoe. And I say, oh my God, is that a monk strapped? Is that a double-labeled monk strapped? And it's like, yeah, what brand is it? And it says is a Tom Ford. I'm like, oh, that's amazing, but that's expensive. And it's like, yeah, like you smell nice. Oh, thank you very much. And then we talk. And it's like, you like shoes? I'm like, yeah, but I prefer cars better. It's like, you serious cars? What kind of cars you prefer? I'm like, I prefer fast cars, big, huge cars, Cadillac 2025. I like the way the lamps are, the headlights are, the tail lights are. It's bulletproof. It has V8 engine, 6.5 liter disc. And it's like, oh, more, that's making sense. Have you seen the new car that came out? Devil 16, designed by W Motors. And we have moved. Before it starts happening, what do? I've gotten you. You must pay me my money because I started that conversation with something that you loved. But most of you don't know how to enter conversations. Some conversations with ladies, you see ladies discussing about men. I'm like, I can relate a lot. Men can be sometimes troubling, but I think the best way to identify men that have value, and I give 1, 2, 3 pointers, and they're like, oh, that's true. I'm saying sometimes you don't have to go full on because it's the same. If you're talking about ego, for instance, if you satisfy a certain need in a man, you need to satisfy that same need in a woman, and we start conversing, intelligent conversations. We're talking about church. We talk about church organization, church history. Read stuff. Some of you, your business deals are in conversations. All the prayer you are praying is in simple conversations with random people that they will just fall in love with what you are talking about. You cannot imagine how many there are things I don't struggle for anymore. I went for a hangout one time. The lady said to me, she was introducing me to everybody there. Everybody, I made lots of friends. But I started talking to her. You know what she said to me? She said to everybody, you see this man? This guy can have a full-blown conversation with a madman and both of them will understand each other. And I laughed. I said that he's a conversationalist and I would like him to tell us something about this. We're discussing about relationships when it comes to men. And that's how everybody got my number there. Some of them went ahead to become my clients. So it's very important that you know how to build rapport with people. It's not every time you are raising shoulder. They're approaching you, you are running. You're always doing fine there. Nobody can talk to you. It is the way you carry yours. I say, if somebody disrespects you, there is something about you that gave that person an authority to disrespect you. If somebody speaks to you in a certain manner, there's something about you that allowed that person speak to you in a certain manner. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So it's very, very important that when you get to a certain level in your life, when you get to a certain level in your life, there are things you don't say, even the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, very, very important, right? And lastly, teach your work. Teach your what? Teach your work. It's very, very important that what you teach your work. Enough of this, SMO, I have imposter syndrome. Look, you can't be broke and proud at the same time. No? You can't. You can't be broke and shy at the same time. You have to make a decision. Will that be rich and shy or broke and open? Broke and bold. Do you understand? You need money, you need 500,000, go out there and sell your stuff. Go out there and teach your work. Go out there and do pre-activity. Share your work. Send a client a proposal. Send them a work that you've done that they can use. No more giving excuses for how to grow your income skill. Everybody who attended this class should be able to make 500K to 1 million before this year ends. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm going to be taking questions, but lastly, I want to offer you guys something. So within the next 1 month, I'm going to be doing a web design bootcamp, right? It's a master class. And in this particular class, you're going to be learning how to build 13 different types of websites, right? Different types of websites in different industries. From me, you're not going to learn from anybody else from me. I'm going to be there with you till you learn it, right? You're going to have access, a 6 months access to my community where you have access. Let's say 6 months. It's a forever access to a community where you get resources, things, and plugins. There are some of you, when you want to charge your clients money, you charge 300K and you spend 200K trying to get resources. It's very hard. It's very hard. You can come and you get all these things for free in my community, right? I do this for free, so I mean, this is just a bonus. You learn the business of tech and design, how to get clients, those documents you need to send. You can send them to me in this community and say, SM, help me review. I want to send this to close a certain deal. You will learn it in this bootcamp, right? You learn how to onboard clients to a level where you now start becoming an agency. And lastly, you learn how to build your business from 500K to 1 million naira monthly. No excuses. And this class is more than 25,000 naira, but for all of you that attended this class, I paid at 25,000 naira. All you have to do is text me now on WhatsApp. For those of you who have my WhatsApp number, web design, just type web design bootcamp. I'll send you my account number. I'll get you added into the bootcamp. After today, whatever you see on my WhatsApp status, that is the price. That's what you pay. And of course, last year I coached nearly 70 people last year, right? This year, I plan on doing maybe 100 people in web design, right? So I want you guys to send me a message on WhatsApp after this class, 25,000 naira. If you pay tonight, you get that 25,000. After tonight, you're on your own. If you see it on Instagram, you pay whatever I'm charging on Instagram, 100,000, 50,000, you pay on Instagram, right? I hope you enjoyed this class. I'm very grateful for everyone who attended. If you don't have a skill, and you want to learn, join. If you already have a skill and you want to know how to put structure to your skill, join the bootcamp. If you want to add an extra skill, join the bootcamp. If you have somebody who needs a skill that they want to join the bootcamp. First come, first serve. My DMs are open. I'll start responding to your messages after this class. Tonight, though, don't go and say, SM, I'll pay you tomorrow. You better pay tonight so that you get first class into that community. Thank you very much. We've come to the end of this class. I'm going to be taking questions now. All right, so let me start asking questions. So for questions, please raise up your hand. Please raise up your hand if you have questions, or you can drop your questions in the chat box. Drop your questions in the chat box. Please raise up your hand or drop your questions. My WhatsApp contact, I'm going to drop it in the group now. 070-4781-2399. That's my WhatsApp number. You can text me now on WhatsApp if you want to get access to the bootcamp this night. Join, right? Join. Pay your own. If you pay for somebody, that's fine. If you have plenty money, you pay for another person, that's fine. I'm taking questions now. There are a couple of questions. If you ask a question that I did not answer, please say it now. Okay. Oluwaseun Odeniyi. Somebody asked a question about friendship or something. What to do to build. Please, can you type that question again? I want to be able to answer it. I saw it, but I was speaking, so I couldn't answer it. Oluwaseun Odeniyi. Unmute your mic.
Yeah.
Hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you so much for today's session. I really learned a lot, actually.
You're
and I
welcome.
would be applying some of things I learned this evening.
Okay.
So my question is about, you mentioned something about, was it proactiveness? That is, you do a work for a client,
Yes.
to their DMs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So majority of what like when I'm a web designer, you get me?
Yeah.
And recently I've been working around understanding conversion rate optimization for e-commerce businesses. And a lot of the businesses I reach out to are actually not Nigerian businesses, because I believe because of the disparity between how they value the service you offer, you understand me? So now the problem has been getting responses from these people, because I can go ahead and actually analyze or audit their web page.
Yes.
Do probably a Figma sketch of the the fold optimization. You understand what I'm trying to say? And then I send it to them. But majority of the time, I do not get responses from these people back. And it can oftentimes be discouraging, because you can do that for about 50 people and you not get a single response back. So is there something I'm doing wrong in that aspect?
So it's not like what you are doing wrong. Number one, you are playing in an international market. There is a way an international market works. Now, let me ask you, how many people in the international market do you have as friends in the same industry? How many?
Okay.
How many?
None.
None. So you can't say how an international client will view your product. First of all, you are an African. There's a view. There's a way they see Africans. Starting, you don't have to, whether you feel bad about it, is your own problem. But there's a way they view Africans. Second of all, there's a way they expect your proposal to come, right? Sometimes they might not even answer you because they did not see your mail, right? Sometimes it might be your content that would work. You will reach out to them. Sometimes it will just be pure lead generation, right? Now, I will not tell you not to do international clients. I'll say the way you are doing it is completely different. A friend sent me a web page to review, and she wants to use that to reach out to international clients. And I said, I will even answer you, because this website looks basic. It doesn't look like it's done for a professional, right? And how many people did you pass that to your website or whatever you use to apply to know if it fits a certain audience? I don't know if you're understanding what I'm saying. Sure.
Okay, I'm getting.
For example,
I'm getting.
if you're going to a rich man's house, you cannot go to a strange rich man's house if you don't have a friend. It's your friend that will tell you how to dress. It's your friend that will even give you insight of how things look like. So you need to be able to find somebody who has gained expertise in that industry and find out how they are selling. Me, I don't do international markets, right? I do Nigerian markets because there's crazy ass money in this Nigeria. Crazy ass money in this Nigeria. So I do Nigeria markets. Nigeria market is so much like the market is huge. Like it's huge, but it's how do you say it in Yoruba? It's huge, but yeah, it's plenty. So I take advantage of Nigerian markets. It's easy for me to reach out to top creators, top sales guys, and ask. Sometimes I volunteer to even learn what they are learning for like 6 months, 1 year, and I get what I'm looking for and I get there. Sometimes I just pay for the stuff just to understand the system. Do you understand? So the thing is that it's not like what you are doing is wrong. It's that you're not doing it the way those people there want to be served. Let me give you an example. During COVID, all of us went through the same COVID, Abby. All of us went through the same COVID, right? Now, there were people who wore the 15 naira nose mask. There were people who wore the nose mask with their company's branded logo. There are some people who wore the nose mask with gas filter. But if you took the gas filter to go and sell in front of shopping malls, nobody will answer you because the guys who are selling the 15 naira own, they're the ones that people need there and the people can afford there. Those ones for gas filters were sold in top executive companies where the CEOs are taking their life very seriously. So you need to even understand how things go there. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to international markets. You now say, okay, you go and do because of the way you are doing it normally. You won't get the clients you are looking for. I've worked with international clients before. And it's your proposal. It's the way you send your emails. Sometimes I spend weeks doing stuff and I send them an email, personal email. I find them on LinkedIn and text them. Sometimes I start a conversation with something they are not doing right. Just a random conversation. So you need to find out how it's being done there. Don't just say, oh, I have a solution. Find out how it's being done there. Do you understand, Sean?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. You have another question?
Thanks so much. Not at the moment.
Okay, thank
but
you.
if I do, I'll be sure to ask later.
Okay. Victor Olu Ajimati, you have a question. Please go ahead. Unmute your mic.
Okay.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's an honor to be here and receiving these words of wisdom.
Thank you.
All right. So my question goes like this. I'm a full stack developer and I'm looking at building my site, which I've registered a company, I've done all the documentations and all that. But then I needed a product to penetrate the market. So I did one app called Codify, which is basically an online collaborative tool, and which cut across both the legal categories and every other categories, basically the business industry. And then I wasn't able to get how to like market that product the right way, because I think I tried when the person I reached out to was like the ICT manager of the company.
Okay.
And what he told me was like scrap.
Your network is breaking, or I can't hear you again. I can't hear you again, or I don't even know if he's on the call still. Oh, I've seen some people texting me for the boot camp, right? So I'm responding to you guys now. Anybody else with questions? Okay, there are questions here. Somebody said, I build websites using WordPress, but I really need to know best plugin for optimization and fast loading pages. There are many. I can't remember off the top of my head because sometimes I use different ones. I have built at least 3 websites, but my concrete issue sometimes is the stuff you use to build it that makes it heavy. You don't even have to put a lot of things on the website, and there are different websites depending on what type of website. Send me a message on WhatsApp, or you can join the class to know. I almost said this by making friends. I'm coming. I stepped out using the portfolio person. There are many ways to build portfolio. You can build via content. If you're a graphics designer or a video editor or whatever, you can use Behance. Sometimes it can be TikTok. Sometimes it can be Contra. There are many ways. Sometimes it can be Pinterest. But put your work out there. It can be Twitter. Can be LinkedIn, right? Rachel said, this friendship of 18 have got me too confused. because of different opinions from different people. What qualities do these friends need to have? How do we know what they are, who are the right ones to keep and the likes? I basically cut off people to just start over, but now it seems it wasn't a good idea. Any books recommendation of friendship or communication? Now, here's what I have to say about friendship. You attract who you are, not what you say you want or what you need. The best thing to do, the best way to attract people is to improve on yourself, the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you converse, the things you know, the knowledge you carry. Once you change yourself, and this happens all through relationship up to marriage. People are making wrong marriages, people are marrying wrong people and thinking that, what do you call it now? People are marrying people that are mean and thinking that it's the people that's the problem. No, there's something in you that got that person's attention, and you too, you're attracted to that person, that you didn't read it as red flag, because we don't usually judge ourselves. So we make mistakes, and when those things come up, we now start shouting that it's the other person. No, you attract who you are. So, Rachel, start by the way you speak. The kind of people that you want in your life, start speaking like them. The kind of people that you want in your life, where do you go and find them? Hangouts, the kind of hangouts. Don't attend some kind of hangouts. Don't dress a certain way. Don't move a certain... As a guy, there are certain ways I can't dress anymore. I used to be a guy that used to wear a lot of crazy jeans, and, you know, I used to make my hair. But I started moving around with certain people. I still make my hair when I want to, but there's a way I don't dress anymore. I try to dress very mature. I try to keep my beard, keep my hair. There's a way I speak that speaks, you know, that I have a lot of knowledge about what I'm doing. So you first change yourself, and the right people will find you. You don't go around and start looking for friends. The Bible says, he who wants friends will first become friendly. It is first about you. If you want a good relationship, become a better person. If you want to be loved, be a loving person. And I'm not saying all the people that is everything is emotional. Yes, How to Talk to Anyone, Anytime, Anywhere by Larry King. God, I read this book like 10 years ago. Helped my life. How to Make Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie is another good book. But first, work on yourself. Read books, improve on yourself, and you'll be able to make a lot of friends. I hope I answered you, Rachel. As a novice in the online space, is web design a beginner-friendly? Yes, it's a beginner-friendly skill. You will need a laptop, but it's a beginner-friendly skill that you can do, right? I haven't tried any related online skill. Better start now. The industry is about to boom. Better start now. I'm sending you guys the account name, account bank name, and account number. Just let me know which receipts when you pay. Okay, so somebody says, as an introvert who naturally struggles with initiating conversation and building social connection, what practical steps can I take to develop genuine and lasting relationships without feeling overwhelmed or inauthentic? So the reason you are feeling overwhelmed in the first place is that you're trying to be an extrovert. Be comfortable in your own skin, right? When you're talking to people, speak about conversations you're very confident about and you can speak for long. Introverts are not introverts with their people. They are only introverts with extroverts or with ambiverts. But they are not introverts with their people. You see somebody who doesn't like to talk or speak to people, once they find their person, they become a chatterbox. Mimi, you can agree with me. You can relate. So you need to be comfortable in your own skin. You need to start discussing things that are important to the people that are like you. And then you know that people that are like you don't like to talk for long hours. You manage those conversations and you'll be able to build long and genuine friendships. And besides, building friendship doesn't always mean you talk every day. It just means that you understand what both of you value and you respect it and you are accountable to it. And you guys are good. I hope that helped, Mimi. For someone who had built a presence online but went off for a very long time, how do I get back into it? No motivation. You are looking for motivation. We spoke about motivation. We spoke about motivation in the beginning. You need discipline. Show up. I lost an account of 9,000 followers. I'm on 430 followers today. So I'm pushing. I've uploaded up to 54 videos within the last 35 days. And I'm going to hit 500, 200 and something videos before this year ends. Right? Stop waiting for somebody to motivate. There's no motivation. I don't have motivation to give you. Be disciplined. Go out there. There are people who are suffering because of the things that you are supposed to be teaching them and posting. Go out there. You have a responsibility to God to show up for other people. Something about yourself. Be disciplined and go out there. Thank you very much, Abdallah. God bless you, sir. Thank you, so Rachel. I've tried several skills here, no help, because you are trying to make money in 3 days. That's your problem. You are not taking your time to learn, winner. You're not taking your time to learn. You're not taking your time to serve. You're not taking your time to volunteer. You're not taking your time to know stuff. How well do data analysts get give? Are you whining me? This is like a hot skill in Nigeria that people are looking for. Me, self, I'm looking for data analysts now. I'm looking for data analysts for my own fintech company that I'm looking for. Maybe like in the next 6 months, we'll hire a data analyst. But it's a hot skill. But you need to be able to present it. But I have to wear your social media account now, your LinkedIn account of your work now. You won't show me. You need to be able to talk about these things. If I ask you, who do you follow? Who are the top data CEOs that you follow? Like CEO of Steers, CEO of Lens Square. People that are industry machine when it comes to data. You are not following anybody. And you say you want to blow in the market. It's not possible. Somebody like me says, I can hold long conversations, I can start conversations, but if you ask me, I'm not the kind of person that likes to talk to people a lot. But if I find my people, I will talk. That's it. So, yeah. Any more questions, guys? Any more question? Any more question? I want to ask.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
was
what about
doing
YouTube automation? And you say something that is good to learn a bit of. Or can you help me understand this more so that I not over multitask and lose focus? So I don't know anything about YouTube automation. Watch YouTube videos. I don't know anything about YouTube automation. I'm not a YouTube person, right? I upload my videos there and it's getting views, but I don't know anything. So Google it. Use AI. AI will teach you everything. Me, I use AI I use AI to learn how to code this year, and I've done amazing work, right? So say something about it's good to learn a bit of all. Yes, it's good to learn a bit of stuff so that you'll be able to enter many conversations. It's not only football you should know. Do you know, when I asked somebody here today, do you know about the military industrial complex? People used to look at me funny. That how do you know about this stuff? Because I read. I Google, I watch YouTube videos, I learn, I follow channels that talk about our history, the history of many nations, how Africa got here, the names of Africa, name of before we had borders, the time of Jesus. I read stuff and I learn stuff. My YouTube videos, my YouTube page, there's a lot to learn. Lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff to learn. YouTube has over 20 billion videos. You can learn anything. Go there and learn random stuff, right? So yeah, that's it. Can I use AI to learn data analysis? Yes, but I advise you to get a course. I advise you to get a serious training. You get a course or enroll with a serious academy. You can send me a message. I refer you to a certain lady that I know that teaches data analysis. She's very good. So how long is the web dev training? 1 month. It's not going to last up to 1 month. There's going to be a lot of, what do they call it now? Practice work. So the first part of the business of the training is technical, right? But we're going to be spending time reaching out to clients. I'm going to be showing you how to do proposals, all of those things. We're going to be doing a lot. It's going to be an amazing class. It's going to be amazing. At least by the time you finish, you are sure that in fact, before you finish, some of you have started making money because you start presenting yourself well, right? And by December, if you have 1 million in your account, you are good to go. Okay, I will connect you with the lady. I'll ask her if I can send her number so that you can enroll in her class or something. And one of those people who are not on social media, where do you start from the small, start from writing content, go to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT, give me content about my skill. Give me content. I'm coming. Guys, hold on. So I go to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT, give me content for the next 1 month. Give me content on this topic for the next 1 month. And ChatGPT gives you content for the next 1 month. And you scale. And you start to go to Canva and you design. You don't even need, some of you know, let me give you an example. Some of you know my former brand color, burgundy, that I used to use. If you check my Instagram page now, I use pink and orange, right? And that's because I was checking through templates on Canva and I saw one, I just picked it, I liked it, and I said, using no too much thinking about it, right? So that's how it is. You don't have any intention of learning, that's fine. Can you extend the payment for us here today? Send me a message. You have to send me a message. You have to send me a message. If I don't see your message, I cannot. I will not learn because I'm dropping the price. I'm dropping the actual price tomorrow, and I don't want you to miss it out because I won't hear you. People know me now. Some of you that bought something, I've enrolled for my sales classes. You know me. If I say it's ending today, and I'm not bluffing. I'm trying to teach people and grow people. I just don't want to do it for free. Someone called you Barbie girl because they don't know how to do football. You did not answer them well. You'd have called them, you'd have asked them when did they start making aircraft carriers. If they cannot answer you, then they don't know anything. They don't know anything. All right. I can see some people in my DM asking for my account number. I'm sending it to you now. Okay. All right. Any more questions? Any more questions? One more question and we'll go off. Okay, Victor, I wasn't hearing you again, or you went off.
Yes, my
Okay, go
network
ahead.
switched a bit.
Go
So
ahead.
yeah, what I was saying is as a full stack developer, and I'm trying to build my company on the side, registered and all. And I want to have like a product to go into the market
Yeah.
directly. So I built myself an app I call it Coedify, which is basically a collaborative editor
Okay.
for basically going into the business industry. Mainly, that app was basically set for business industry, for creating memos, just the way Google Docs work, but
Yeah.
a simplified version of it. And then considering the fact that I was mostly the type of guy that's always seated on the lab behind the laptop, behind the scenes, always writing the code and
Yeah.
just don't want to have anything to do with people. And now that I have to now be the face of my brand
Yeah.
and to go into marketing and selling my product, because one time I tried doing it and I met with the ICT manager of one company,
Yeah.
and he was telling me that I should like scrap the name, white label it for them, specifically for them. And I felt like it's like this guy was trying to rip me off. But so I am still looking at what are the best ways to, especially going for someone that is a newbie into marketing and sales. What would you suggest I go and what approach?
You need to get two things. You need to get a growth manager, a content marketer, and a community manager. When you're building a product around businesses, around people, you need audience, you need influence, right? If you don't want to spend money, you need a community manager, somebody that gives people, you need a free version of that product that people can test. I'll give you an example. There's an app I use for money management. It's called Cashbook. I've used them for 2 years. Now, Cashbook has over 1 million users, right? But they didn't get that 1 million users by charging anybody. Nope. They got 1 million users by doing it for free. We're enjoying it too. Next thing, we just woke up and Cashbook is now worth, you have to pay 30,002 every month now, even as high as 79,000 monthly. And people are paying. People didn't leave the platform because the service is good. So you need to be able to get someone who will talk about your product every day, put content out about your product, or if it's a B2B product, send proposals to those businesses that you want to serve. That way you'll be able to get it, because if you want to market and push out your product, especially when it's for businesses or for people, you need somebody. You need somebody to be able to put your voice out there. You need to start writing blog posts about different use cases for your product, right? I'm a product designer, so I can tell you use cases sell very well. Use cases, that's what people go to read first before they start testing out your product to see if it fits them, and then content marketing. So I don't know if that helped you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So I'm going to be responding to various I have like 58 messages here. Those of you that want to sign up for the class, let me know. 25,000 tonight. Yes. Oh, CapCut is paid. I use paid CapCut. It's 14,000 naira per month. It's paid. It's not free again. All right. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. I believe I've answered everybody's question. And to all of you who stayed to the end of this class, I genuinely appreciate all of you. God bless you. Thank you very much. Next week, Friday, we're going to be hosting Sell Like Crazy. It's a sales masterclass. We're just going to be teaching sales there, sales and marketing. It's going to be bam. It's going to be bam. If you want an extension, send me a message. Extension till when? Send me a message on WhatsApp, right? So next week class is going to be mad, right? We're going to be teaching sales next week, Friday. And upper week Friday, we're going to be teaching something else. And the last Friday of the month is going to be fire. So I'm going to see you guys next week, Friday. Please share the flyer. Share the flyer when I drop it, the link to the group. Let people join there. It's going to be crazily amazing. And please, thank you. In the group, I'm going to open the group now so that we can drop everything like what did you learn, testimonials, all of it. I want to say thank you. Please say it in the group because I need it. I need it. So you can send me a private message or you drop a message in the group so that those that missed it will know that they missed a lot. Yeah. So drop your messages in the group, what you learned, the fire in the group. God bless you. Thank you very much, guys. Good night and have a lovely time ahead. Thank you very much. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.